Hello, I think we're almost live. Oh, we're live.
Oh, okay.
We're running. Hello.
I'm gonna pull up the.
The live feed.
I'm gonna share it to the group.
There we are. Hello,
Yeah.
people.
Hello.
Well, hello, welcome to our weekly, I don't know, soiree. Our weekly,
I don't know what to call it. This is our chat with the fans moment.
chat with the fans. We wanted to do it outside, but it's raining,
Yes.
so we didn't want to get wet.
It's not raining, it's drizzling.
Drizzling.
And drizzle is the worst of all types of rain. At least, if there's a big rainstorm, you can be like, oh, there's thunder and lightning and it's fun and it's, exciting and the wind is whipping. But drizzle is just sapping.
No.
Drizzle just takes the life out of you. And
So
slowly.
we assume you're seeing this.
Are you going to add this to the group?
Oh, there we are.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've had a rather interesting week. If you follow the post, you saw my brother, Tracy Norman, who
Yes.
he works for Joe Gibbs Racing. He's in NASCAR. He used to race cars all the time back in. Well, we used to have my family we grew up in Utah, and we raced all over the West Coast. And we used to run a racetrack called Santana Raceway. That's where I got my start as an announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Because the regular announcer, couldn't make it one weekend because he was on guard duty. So I filled in for him, and then I got the job to be the co-announcer.
It's before we met.
Before we met. And then, but my family, my whole history as a child, we basically was building race cars and racing every weekend.
Yes.
It was the most glorious childhood ever. The best of all times. And I just feel bad and that you did not get to experience that.
No, we had horses. All right. How do we find happiness in a happy world?
Yeah. Well, if it's a happy world, then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, if you're the only unhappy person in a happy world, though.
Well, there's that. Well, yeah, happiness. Well, you got. It's like I alluded to in one of my posts.
Mm-hmm.
I am my own. I am my happy place.
Right.
So your happy place has got to be you yourself, your own mind.
Absolutely.
That's the trick.
Absolutely. Let's see who we got here. We got Southern Alabama, Derek, and Robert from Australia. Oh, Down Under. We got somebody from Down Under.
When all this COVID thing's over, I'm going to do a world tour. I'm going to Australia.
You can go see those 4 fans in Sweden.
4 fans in Sweden.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, the UK. We've got fans in the UK. So let's see. Watching the race now.
The race now. Yeah, we were at the Stafford Motor Speedway, which is right here where we live in Stafford Springs. We have a home here in Stafford Springs, and that's where.
Mm-hmm.
His son is up.
He was
my
there.
nephew.
I was not. He doesn't allow me to go to the races with him anymore.
Okay, so
No, I don't want to go.
Tracy,
I don't want to go.
I was telling Tracy this story.
Uh-huh.
I said, look, what I had decided was that if the girl that I fall in love with
Mm-hmm.
likes racing, then I will continue to pursue racing.
Mm-hmm.
If she doesn't like racing, then I'll just let it go.
Wise choice.
So when we got engaged,
Mm-hmm.
and I took you to the racetrack. We went to Bonneville Raceway.
Yes, we did.
This whole purpose of that was determining if racing was going to be a part of my life or not.
And I had the worst headache.
Based on your reaction, I let racing go.
I had the
For you.
worst headache, and I did not enjoy myself. The smells and the sounds and the sorry, it was.
It was at that moment that I knew this woman cannot handle excitement.
I'm sorry.
No, you got, but the smells and all the noise, that's all part of it.
No, I know.
That's the joy
And
of our
that's-
racing.
And that's the same with horses.
Yeah, no, look, the smells at a car race are a lot better than the smells at anything that involves horses. Oh my goodness. Are you the worst smell, I will tell you, the worst smell, the most Now I've been on pig farms.
No,
Mind
pig
you.
farms are far worse. Chicken
No,
farms.
no.
Chicken farms
No.
are far worse.
The worst smells when we lived on the farm and a farrier would come and do the horseshoes
Oh, okay.
and he would do the thing where he would burn the
He was shaping the shoes.
shaping the shoes and burn
And so that he
the-
would then put the shoe on the horse.
the burning of the hoof is one of the most nauseous smells, god awful smells I've ever encountered in my entire life. It is disgusting. There's no racing fuel in the world that can even come close to smelling that bad.
Oh.
None.
Okay.
Pure alcohol, airplane alcohol, 106. No, there's nothing. There's nothing that you can burn as a fuel that could ever smell as bad as that.
As literal horsepower.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But no, I know people poo-poo racing, and I got to tell you, it's the perfect race. It's the perfect sport because you can have young people. I mean, they're at the track. There was 14-year-old kids racing, 14, 15-year-olds racing with others, and there was a guy who was 65 years old who was out there racing.
Same with horses.
And there were women. There were women racing.
Same with horses.
They still put you in classifications, though. I mean,
No, not really.
yes, yeah, they do. Well,
No, the same as racing.
but how many engineers are required to run a horse? None.
Oh,
I mean, how many mechanical engineers are involved in horsing?
okay, mechanical, no.
Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
How many wind tunnels are involved in the development of horse racing?
And how many more years have we been riding horses than driving race cars?
Yeah, but the horses always end up dead in the end. Just remember that. It's
You know, you're
basically
supposed to fall back. You're supposed to fall back
horse
on
racing is
the old
slavery.
argument. You don't have to feed a race car if you're not driving it.
That's true. There's that. You can
See?
park the car and stop spending money on it. The horse you can't, or you go to jail for animal cruelty.
All right.
Nobody gets to go thrown into jail for car abuse.
This is true. All right. Okay. But, I mean, that's the thing, is we both gave up things that we both obviously really enjoyed.
Only because I enjoy you more.
I think it was actually because they were both really expensive hobbies.
Well, there is that. There is that. We didn't have the money, so we didn't have to fight over it because we
You
didn't have the
know,
money. And then when we had the money to actually do it, we never had the time to do it.
time.
And now we have the time, but we don't have any money. This is great. Thank you, COVID.
COVID, exactly.
for destroying all my gigs. I appreciate you.
Yeah, well, COVID's done a bit more than that. So, all right, let's
So we
see,
got
what do we got?
questions. For all these questions.
Let's see.
So happiness. So let's talk about talking about happiness.
Yeah, we're talking about things that make you happy. But it's not things, it's,
Yeah, it's not things because
there's more to happiness than things. There's, things that you do because you enjoy them, and things that you do because you have to do them. But if you don't do them,
Well,
then you're going to be.
I did. Well, it's funny because we because of racing, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. But I think part of that was when you grow up and you don't have a lot, because we had a big family. I had six of us kids, so we didn't have a lot of. I never really had a lot of stuff growing up. So when I got older, I always thought but I went to because they had this busing thing. So I used to go to school with a lot of rich kids, like really rich kids, and it was kind of aggravating because they would get driven to school in limousines, or they would drive in Ferraris. I mean, this really rich kids. And I came in on the bus.
I went with the farm kids.
Well, but they were all farm kids, right?
Yeah.
See, I went with school where the vast majority of these kids in that school were from very wealthy families.
Yeah.
And we were not wealthy families. So I had to learn to be happy anyway.
Yeah.
But,
So, yeah, you've got to learn to be happy with what you've got. You don't have to. I mean, I have a friend who, over the years, has had many, many, many jobs. Because he's always looking for that perfect job, that perfect something over the. That perfect world over the rainbow, and that perfect job, and has never been able to settle down into one place and work just one job, and and it's a little sad because he's never been able to build that satisfaction of staying in one place, and not that we stay in one place a lot, but you've got to be able to find that happiness not through external means, but through something internal. Because, we all have to work jobs. And we don't necessarily work a job that we love, or we don't work a job that fulfills us. But we need to find fulfillment so that we can have happiness no matter what our job is. Right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You sound like you're writing a speech in high school. Like you're gonna. They just gave you a topic. And you're going into your extemporaneous speaking mode.
I'm sorry. It is my extemporaneous speaking mode. I did extemporaneous speaking. I can't help it. Come to Texas. What part of Texas, Matthew?
Yeah, we lived in. I think we talked about that before. We lived in Great Creek, Texas,
just outside of San Angelo.
Yes, it's the bedroom community of San Angelo, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it was a nice place to sleep. It was an easy place to sleep.
Donald Owen says cats make him happy.
Cats make me happy too.
Yeah.
We need cats.
He says he'll give us one.
We have 2 dogs.
Yes.
But we do not have cats. But we need cats because we have mice in the area, and so it's nice to have cats. We had at one time. We had 7 cats. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then the cats had a war because the cats all hated each other, and so there was a war. There was 4 against 3, and so the 3 got run off. We never knew what happened to those 3. And then when it got down to those 4, it was like Survivor of Cats. And then 2 of them just disappeared. So we were down to just... Well, then I took the one cat that was pregnant, took her to Virginia, and then she ran off and had her litter in the middle of the woods somewhere. And they were all... And we never... She would just show up every once in a while when she was hungry. But we never... She can't... We saw the kittens every once in a while, but they didn't hang around.
I never saw the kittens.
They kind of made their appearance.
But I wasn't spending any time.
It was like
in
she was
Virginia.
taunting me. She was like, "Look, I have the kittens, but they're not going to have anything to do with you." And then she would run off with the kittens, and then she would just show up and be very loving and want food, but didn't want the kittens around.
Yeah.
So they were off out fairly. So if you live in Virginia, I apologize if you have feral cats because they might have been mine. I didn't mean to. I didn't abandon her.
No.
She just ran off.
Yeah.
She didn't like the house that we were living in.
Yeah. Well, and she found the escape tunnel out of the house, and so we couldn't
Yeah.
keep her in the house. So there was that.
It was this old little tiny farmhouse that we rented for really cheap. And I think the only reason
Really
the guy
cheap.
rented it to me was
Bigfoot.
because I was into conspiracy theories.
The
No, it was the weirdest. We started talking, and he said, "Well, you got to understand about this house is that we're pretty sure that Bigfoot visits the area often." And I said, "That sounds like fun."
Yep.
And he goes, "That doesn't scare you off?" And I go, "No." And he says, "Well, I also think that the woods are haunted right here too." And I said, "That sounds even more fun." And so he rented the house. I think that was his spiel to get people to. And then as I got to know him, he was even crazier.
Well, then there was
conspiracy
then there
theories.
was the night where you heard that noise from the in the middle of the night. There was that creaking noise that from just outside the window, and then
Turned out to be.
turned out to be that the local deer would come and rub their back on the back of the satellite dish, and make a really unearthly noise in the middle of the night.
Because apparently they really, it felt really good to rub your back on that satellite dish.
Well, it's a nice scratch, yeah. So yeah.
So it was a part this kind of metallic scratch
Yeah, it was a really
thing
weird
going on.
creaking.
It was a weird creaking.
It was
sort of metal.
in the middle of the
metal.
night. It could be very disturbing.
And at the same time, you hear this. It was like this weird groan.
Oh yeah, because the deer was, basically really happy to have their back scratched.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, that went on for several nights till we figured out what it was.
Oh, Sammy wants to know. She's getting
Married on
married.
Tuesday. It's his mom's 84th birthday. Well, happy birthday, Mom.
Yes.
Wednesday is my 51st birthday. Hey, she's in our age range.
Yeah.
And advice you can share that we've both
We've both
married
been
before.
married before.
Well, first of all, don't bring in the person you're marrying now is not the person that you used to be married to.
Right.
That's the thing you got to remember, is you can't blame. Don't blame him for the stuff the other dude did.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like we're doing this whole white thing. It's like I had nothing to do with colonizing Congo in the 1600s, so don't blame me for all that. Same concept goes here with you getting married. Don't bring you need to unload your baggage, and allow the other person to unload their baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And for the dude, for your husband, I will say this: the trick to a happy marriage is that you just agree with whatever she says. You just let her make all the decisions.
And then do what you want anyway.
You do what you're going to do anyway, but you let her make all the decisions. And that way, if it goes well, then she thinks, wow, my husband is loving and supporting and knows everything. But if everything goes crappy, then you can say, well, look, this was your idea. So that's the secret. No, you
have
fun.
to number one, you have to keep everything within the two of you. Don't go to outside sources. Don't go to
let your relationship be your relationship.
Right.
Don't involve the family.
Don't involve extra friends or. I mean, you can have friends, mutual friends, and exclusive friends, and however you want. But don't go. If there's a problem, don't go running to somebody outside of the relationship. You need to talk it over within the relationship, because within the relationship is the only place you're going to solve it. And if you take it outside of the relationship, then that person is going to have a bias. And if you then go back to the relationship and try and forget it, the person who you told it to is not going to forget it. Even though they were not the wronged party, even though they were not part of it, they're going to hold that against your spouse. And so just don't do it. Just if you have a problem, take it directly to your spouse. Don't take it anywhere else. Unless it's a counselor.
Don't bring
A
other
professional.
people. Don't allow other
So-
people to come in your relationship.
Yes. Yeah, you
Your
can
relationship.
tell the cats. People who
Tell
can't
the
speak
cats. You
back.
can't
yes,
tell the
you
cats.
tell the dog.
Our dogs know everything.
Yeah, they do. They do. St. Louis, Missouri.
Thankfully, they're horrible communicators. So.
Yes, yes. All right. So I saw something else up there. Oh,
What was
we
that?
got.
Some people from Kansas. Hey, Casey Mo, Kansas City, Missouri.
That's where he first got on stage, very first time.
Yes.
Kansas City, Missouri.
I love Kansas City. That is where I started doing stand-up comedy back at Stanford and Sons.
Which is no longer around.
No longer around. They are defunct.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've all passed on. What am I drinking? It's actually, well, okay. As you can see, it's an orange juice bottle, but it's water. I have found that these are the best water drinking bottles because they drink a lot of water because you got to. You got to clean out the system. You got to stay hydrated. So I drink a lot of water. So I fill it up with water, stick it in the fridge, and let it get really cold. I like it cold. I like the cold water. So that's what we're drinking. No, not intended to give Simply Orange. Although I love the Simply Orange juice.
Yes, and he drinks a lot of that too, but then he reuses the bottles, which is better than. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. We got somebody from Florida, Colorado. All right, that's cool. I've only been to Florida twice.
My only experience with Florida is the airport.
You've been on the layover. Yeah.
That's it. I've never really hung out Florida. That's the one state I've not really spent any real time in.
Well, I only started, twice. I was there for a conference and then I was there for a funeral, so. But the funeral, I was there for, about a week and a half, 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Was there forever. Let's see. Oh, no. I did inspections in Florida. I did hurricane.
I
did the hurricane in Florida.
You guys were in Florida a lot. I wasn't.
That was where Sarah got her car stolen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we do whenever somebody has a disaster, and they have it gets declared a disaster area by FEMA. Then every mortgage company who has a government secured mortgage in
Fannie
that
Mae,
area,
Freddie
Fannie Mae,
Mac,
all those VA,
VA.
all of those mortgages, every single one of those houses has to be looked at by the mortgage company to verify that it is, if it's been damaged, that it's been reported and getting repaired, and if it hasn't been reported, that it does get reported.
Yeah.
So they send in inspectors who we're not working for FEMA by any means.
Right.
But we're working for the mortgage companies, but they don't want us to contact the people to freak people out that we're from the mortgage company, thinking that they're going to lose their house or something weird.
No, we're just there to verify
So
the
we
condition.
just drive by, take a picture of the house, prove that it's occupied and that it's okay, or damaged, and then we report that it's damaged. If it is damaged, then they can coordinate. And so we go into places like Texas after they have their stuff, Florida after they do stuff.
Santa Rosa after the fires.
We get fires. So we had to go see all the disasters. And so we were doing Florida, and our sister, it was my sister, your sister, we both know her. She got a rental car, and she stopped at a house, and she had to get out of the car for whatever reason. She had to get out of the car momentarily, literally, enough time to get out of your car, walk up to that door, knock on the door, leave something, and then walk back to the car. Literally less than 30 seconds. And somebody, while she was out of the car, jumped into the car and took off. and
Yep.
stole her laptop and all kinds of stuff. And they just basically just trashed the car. They found the car like
Yeah,
3
they found the
days
car
later.
3 days later.
And
Yeah.
all the dude did was they stole their stuff and then just trashed her car. Basically drove it till it ran out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
Left it wherever it was.
Yeah. Yay, Florida.
Yay, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. So Joe says, finding happiness in an unhappy world boils down to confessing marriage issues to your cats and drinking water out of Simply Orange bottles. Well, it's recycling.
true.
It's recycling. That's what you need to remember is that it's
Well, it's more
important to
about
recycle.
the size and the handle. See,
Yeah.
you get the handle.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Let's see. We got West Virginia goes and gets the cat and OJ. I don't know what we're doing tonight. Let's see. We're talking about being happy.
Well, I'm very happy this weekend hanging out with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
We went for a hike. We intended to go for a 1.5 mile hike. We ended up going for almost 7 miles because we got lost in the trails because we kept talking and stopped paying attention to the trail markers.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wandered around and ended up going up a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not prepared for going up a mountain at all.
You weren't in flip-flops, though.
I was not in flip-flops, but I am grateful that I didn't wear my Converse.
Yeah. No, I think one thing that you need to, in trying to determine happiness is what are the things that you have control over?
Yes, that's a big deal.
Because there's a lot of times that people are unhappy about things that they can't change.
I think somebody that we know I think our favorite master motivator, Leonard McCrunsky,
Yes,
has actually
yes.
addressed this issue.
Yes, he has. So, yeah, the,
David Kramer?
no, Kathy,
Uh,
Cameron.
Cameron? 12-year-old Cameron? Kathy, hello. Hello, Cameron. He's 12 years old. But, yeah, he is. Okay, I'll just make sure, because there's some Camerons who are not. Anyway, so Cameron, 12-year-old, hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. Love your mother. She's a delight. You're a lucky young man to have such a wonderful woman as your what? As your
Mother.
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 That's the word.
Mother.
That's the word.
All right.
Yeah, Dennis. Yes. Guys, if you've seen that, I'm starting to get booked again. People are bringing me in to do some shows. So I am going to be at Mohegan Sun on Thursday, September 3rd.
September 3rd.
And I'll be doing a show for a good friend of mine named Jeff Wade. Very funny fellow. In fact, if you want just silly, crazy, nonsense, silly jokes every day, follow my friend Jeff Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dude writes just really crazy, funny, silly, just nonsense jokes that make me laugh all the time. Follow Jeff, you'll be delighted to. But he runs a show there at the Mohegan Sun, which is a bunch of newbies who have only been doing comedy a little while, and then of course the seasoned professional such as myself closes out the show, and so I'll be there. That's the only time I ever do the Mohegan Sun, because for whatever reason they don't book me for anything else. So that's the only time you're ever going to see me at the Mohegan Sun is that show. So.
Okay, and Doug wants to know if you do personalized greetings or jokes. And yes, he
My
does.
mother's calling.
Oh, your mother's calling. That's awesome. Yes, he does personalized greetings and jokes and videos for people who
Hello.
ask.
Hi, Mother. What are you doing?
I'm sitting here watching the news.
Oh, okay. Anything good going on?
No,
No,
I
okay.
just turned it on. I just came back from Christine's
Oh, how's she
place.
doing?
She's setting it up. It looks like it's going to turn out pretty good.
Oh, her restaurant?
Yeah.
It's in what, Gilman?
B&B's. Huh?
In Gilman? It's
No,
in
Gallatin.
it's in Gallatin.
Yeah, it's in Gallatin.
Okay. I thought it
It's
was
a
in.
bigger one.
Oh, so it's not the one that she was looking at before. She's doing a different place.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's where Joe's Gym used to be.
okay. I don't know where that is, but
Well, they had a restaurant, and then they had a bar, a stage thing, music and stuff in the back
yeah.
that they had set up, and she's fixing it up to be B&B's Down Home Cooking. It's the name
Well,
of it.
Cool. Okay. For those of you watching, this is my mother. Mom, can you say hi to? I got 38 people watching the show right now. Say hi.
Hi.
She's in Gallatin, Missouri, and my sister.
Jill wants to know if she knows the secret to happiness.
Mother, what is the secret to happiness?
Having you and my kids.
There you go. Me, I'm the secret to happiness, everybody. Well, cool. But she, okay.
Get your craziness from.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So my sister is opening a restaurant in Gallatin, Missouri in the next month or so. And she's been trying to get me to come out there and help her. And I just haven't been able to. But it's going to have a performance area. And we're probably going to do live comedy there in Gallatin, Missouri, of all places. Pretty soon. So when she gets that open, that'll be cool. Oh, Luetta says hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Luetta.
Tell her I miss her.
Okay.
Well, you just did.
You just did. Oh, and Candace, my niece, is saying hi. Hi, Candace. I'm in
Hi.
Florida.
Okay.
It makes sense that Candace is in Florida because Florida's crazy and Candace fits in well with crazy.
Yes, yes.
Candace, we love Candace. But Candace is crazy.
Yep. My mom's doing good and working hard there too.
So, cool.
Cool.
So
All
our
right.
family's working out, so it's looks like it's gonna work out. We got it, everybody in town's trying to figure out when she's gonna open up and trying to order now.
Oh, cool.
So-
She makes amazing cakes. If you ever see those, people who do all the very creative cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the unicorn cake? That she
I
made?
did.
Okay, I didn't want to say anything.
I did.
I mean, it's a good cake, but at the same time,
It's a little disturbing.
it's the the horn.
Was
Yeah, okay, if you got a chance, look up my sister Christine Beagley, and she posted her cake. We'll share it. We'll share it.
we'll
with
share
everybody.
it. We should share it.
Usually the cakes are amazing, and it is an amazing cake. It looks good.
Yeah, I'm glad it's got ears.
Is this the cake yesterday?
Yeah, the unicorn cake.
Well, she had a horrible time with that.
Ah,
She had 2 hours to do that in. We went shopping and didn't get back in time. And if it turned out, I'm surprised.
Oh, okay, well, especially
5-year-old.
considering how much time she had,
okay.
the
Yeah,
cake turned
she
out, but it
really-
was still somewhat.
It
We'll
wasn't
share-
one
we'll
of the
share-
worst.
We'll share
Thanks
pictures
for
We'll
with
share a
you.
picture.
Usually, 99% of the time, the cakes are amazing. She's very artistic, and just loves to bake, and she's really good. So she's opening a restaurant in Gallatin, Missouri, and she
And
does
it tastes
cakes.
good too.
And we're going to be
Yeah.
selling Rodney Norman merchandise,
Maybe.
maybe from there.
Well, I'm hanging up now.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
brother. Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See, Rebecca wants a shout out to 5-year-old Nicholas.
5-year-old Nicholas. Hello, Nicholas. Happy birthday. Is it his birthday?
It's just a shout
Or
out.
just a shout out? Okay, well, Nicholas, you're 5 years old. Sorry I missed your birthday. Happy birthday for when you're turning 6, and just hoping that you're having a great day. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for being here and being a part of what we're doing.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Oh, here, this is cool. Alan
Uh-huh.
writes, we've truly enjoyed connecting with you during these times of uncertainty and chaos. Thank you, Rodney, for your insight and wisdom, and for helping folks to smile. We are finding happiness through laughter. Thank you. That is wonderful.
That's,
Thank you, Alan.
you know, that's kind of one of the things I love. Just talking to everybody. It's just been, you know, it's nice when things are crazy and you can't get out and talk to people, but you know, we can talk to a camera and
Yeah, we're happy to share our nonsense in our world with you.
yeah.
And we are working, like I said, I'm starting to book now, different shows. I do have a friend in Florida who books shows.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little sketchy, I'll be honest with you.
You're not
But he
talking
does
about
put
Vinny.
together shows.
You're not
I'm
talking about Vinny.
He's in Florida and he's running shows last I heard. I haven't heard from him. He told me he was going to book me and bring me down to do shows. But I haven't heard back from him, so I don't know how it's going. I don't know how his shows are going.
Vinny. Vinny explains a lot. Just
Vinny Beetle.
Vinny Beetle.
Yeah, if y'all want to check out Vinny Beetle, just type in Vinny Beetle and you'll maybe you know.
Or Scumbag
He's
Vinny.
good. Scumbag. He's known as Scumbag Vinny.
Yes.
He's embraced it.
Yes. Yes.
But I get to know some of the strangest people in comedy.
Yes, you do. So, David Kramer. Yeah, I used to live with his mother. Did live with us for a while, for
And
a year.
and for a while we lived with your parents, so
Well, yeah, we've done. No, we didn't live with them. We lived next door.
next to but
We
you know.
They have a little apartment next to their house, and we lived there. So we had our own space. We had our own place. But it's when we were going to school and the kids were very little, and we had to take care of the farm and do stuff in exchange for rent. But after we left there, Rodney's mother came and lived with us for 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. She lived with us in Texas, and then the first year we were back here.
Yep.
And then she moved back to
Missouri.
And she lived with my sister, and then she lived on her own, and then she met Gail.
Yeah.
And they got married, and nice gentleman, very nice gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Love him dearly. And they
Yep.
live there in Galveston.
Yeah. So we've both had the in-law experience, so we can commiserate with you on your mother-in-law living with you. And you just keep doing it till you're not doing it anymore.
The best thing to do is make a lot of passive aggressive comments. Be overly critical without being over. It's really, there's a science to it. But really, passive aggressive attitude is really the best, most healthy one to take on
Oh, really?
with an in-law.
This coming from the man who pretty much just ignored his in-laws at every opportunity.
Well, they were ignoring me, so really, I was just kind of going along with it. I was like, okay, if you're not going to pay attention to me, I won't pay attention to you. We'll just pretend neither of us are here. And it was a pretty good strategy. It lasted about 24 years until they acknowledged my existence.
Heather asked if there's anything good on the news anymore.
No, I'll be honest with you. We have not really watched no, well, I haven't really paid attention to network news since I was in the Marine Corps.
Yes.
Because I used to, I won't go into details, but I was privy to a lot of information while I was in the Marine Corps, and as such, I realized that almost all the news is either one, they don't know what they're talking about, or two, they're just completely lying. And so from that point on, I've never really watched the news. You'd be happy if you stopped watching the news. It's just propaganda. All of them are. They're just trying to control and manipulate you. And just ignore it, Go to various news sources. Get a combination of news sources. Don't go to just one side. Get both sides of every issue. And somewhere in the middle, you'll probably find some of the truth. But most of the truth is not being... none of us are in the right pay grade to get the truth. So we just kind of go with what we get. So what you have to do is just be happy with what you've got. Deal with what you do know, and if you can make a difference in that, then cool. But if you can't, well, just live your own life and be happy about it. Because if you can't control it, there's no reason to be upset about it. So like I said, the best way to be happy is don't pay attention to the news. 90% of it is garbage. 10%, it's all just nonsense. It's all stupid, regardless of who you look at. And that's it. No, we stopped watching network television. We completely... I would say we used to watch, if you remember this, we watched, back in the 90s, we watched Friends, and we watched Seinfeld. And after they went off the air, and then it would start Star Trek Next Generation. And then we got into the murder shows.
Oh yeah, the CSI.
CSI and Forensic Files. I think we secretly were plotting each other's deaths.
There is something to do with that, and yeah.
So we love watching murder shows together. And then we just realized that there for many years we just did not watch TV. We just didn't care. So we just stopped. So we just dropped cable. We dropped.
Yeah, I mean, it's to the point now that if we even check into a hotel room with cable television, we won't even turn it on.
Yeah, we just didn't turn it on. So just stop watching TV. Watch stuff you want to watch. You have more control over it now than ever before.
I get more of my news from reading things, and I, try and check things out online, and not sensationalized videos or
we don't
like that,
completely disassociate ourselves from the rest of the world. That's not a thing. But we just the idea is to take control over what information you do get, and I always go into it with the attitude that they're probably lying to me. What are they not telling me? That's the important thing when you read news is what are they not telling you, or what is it they want you to think.
So James wanted to know how many years we've been married.
We are coming up on 28 years.
Yes, we are very close to our 28th anniversary.
On September 11th.
And he's leaving me.
Well, people need the comedy. People need the Rodney. So I'll be in Utah.
September 11th.
The Wise Guys, September 11th and 12th. Wise Guys, if you want. Go to the Wise Guys account.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I can work it out, I'll go with him. But I might have to work, so probably.
Well, I might have to drive out there.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Take the Suburban back with a bunch of
stuff. No, I think that can wait. Let's see. So let's see how.
Well, okay. So here's what I think is going on in the world. I do think that everybody's starting to realize that the government doesn't have your best interest in mind, regardless of which one it is. Your local government, your state government, your national government, world organizations do not have your personal interest in mind, and they lie and control and manipulate you, and the sooner you realize that you're being lied to, controlled and manipulated, you'll be happier because now you can take control over that. You can take control, be in control of the information you're receiving, be in control of how you're receiving it, what you're receiving, knowing what not to be upset about and what to be upset about and what you can change.
Well, I like Bryant's comment here. He says happiness comes from listening to rock and roll.
Absolutely.
And, well, it comes from music. It comes from different kinds of music. I mean, music has such a power to control and change your emotions and your feelings.
It's all about frequencies, baby.
It is. And the different things that you
frequencies.
listen to. And if you have a song that just takes you to another place, and then, or, you know, a particular genre or something, then absolutely use that to boost your happiness, to, you know, get out of that funk or, you know, whatever. And Joe asks if you sing, and I'm going to say, do not listen to Rodney
No,
sing.
you do not want to listen. That is not.
That is not the kind of music
I have
I'm
tried.
talking
I have
about.
tried. I've wanted to sing. I want to be a singer. I want to be a musician. There is that desire. When I make videos about telling people to pursue their dreams, it's me telling myself that I need to take up music, even though I know I'm horrible at it. No, I've been good. I've been a musician. I used to play the saxophone when I was in high school, and I was pretty good at it. But no, I do not sing. But I should sing. I want to sing. I have a desire to sing.
But the desire is where it ends.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's actually, I make him do karaoke from time to time, and he's very fun to watch do karaoke.
I'm an entertaining singer. I'm not a
Yes,
good
yeah.
singer, but
Yeah,
I'm an entertaining
very entertaining singer. A lot.
Very.
There
Because
are
if you're going to do something, do it with love and gusto.
gusto.
Do
Absolutely.
it. Have fun.
Yes.
If you're going to do it bad, do it so bad that it's good. That's probably the best way to sum up my singing.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he could hum. He could hum. You could hum.
I could hum, but it's funner just to sing poorly.
Yeah. I'll never forget, there was one time the kids were playing, was it SingStar? And he was trying to sing the song, I'll Be Watching You. And
And I might have embellished in that a few words.
he embellished it a lot. It was rather entertaining. We were all having a good time. Just we couldn't stop laughing. When you're laughing really hard, you don't really pay attention to the fact that he's off key.
Or not just off, but nowhere near it.
Right. I mean, and we had the visual proof too. Because it was SingStar. Let's see. What else we got on here? What does Rodney's shirt say?
Oh. This
says-
one is, this is the,
Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists.
Nicholas Tesla. That's my shirt. Big fan of the Tesla. Man.
And of course, there's a couple people who noticed mine. Mork and Mindy. Nanu.
Which is, Robin Williams is a big influence to me in comedy. I love Robin Williams. Robin Williams and Elvis.
Sergio, just wanted to let you know my boss plays your video every time I try to explain to him why my customer left.
That's funny.
Ah.
That video that's gotten around.
Oh, Joe says she wants us to do a lip sync video.
A lip sync video. Well, I will consider that. I will consider that.
What else we got going on here? Is there anything else in the chat? Oh, we got somebody from Ireland. I have an Irish brother-in-law. Don't ask me where he's from. I know Ireland. That's it. Sorry. I should ask him because one of the I really should.
Yeah, we have family, people that we know in Ireland.
Yes.
They don't know us, but we know them. Well,
Right.
they're our fans.
Right, our fans.
When, like I said, when all this gets over, I'm trying to get into the Edinburgh Festival in England. It's a big comedy festival that takes place, and once ever it gets going again, I'm hoping to be appearing there. So I'll be going to England.
Australia, you got a lot of fans in Australia.
In Australia, I do definitely need to get to Australia. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
So
So.
So we're closing in on our hour.
Yep, we are. Let's see. Where are we right now? Right now we're in Connecticut, and this changes frequently. But Connecticut's been kind of is one of our home bases, if you will. We have another one in Utah, but we're often on the road. But tonight we're in Connecticut, and it's going to be Connecticut for a while. I mean, he's leaving. He's going out to Utah for a show. But yeah, right. Currently, we're in New England.
I'm considering. I don't know if you guys are interested. Let me know. But I'm thinking about doing a live comedy show, just on here.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested, I might pull it together for next weekend.
We got two different people we got Anthony asking if we're coming to Ireland, and then we've got somebody else had something about they were in Dublin, just below there.
So yes, like I said, and the best way if you to get me to be able to come is if you just send messages to your local comedy clubs and say, hey, there's this guy named Rodney Norman, when are you going to have him? And if you get you and like 100 other your friends to do the same thing,
yes,
then they might listen. And they go, who is this weirdo? And then they'll book me and I'll come and do shows there. That's kind of how it works.
Well, we had a fan today say that she's friends with somebody who owns a venue in California, and was asking if we would be interested in coming out. And sure, we'd love to come out if they request us to come out. Absolutely, we'll be. Well, he'll be, and I will try to tag along, but I will not. But you know, he's the one y'all want to see anyway. So. Yeah, we definitely want to get out and do shows and entertain the masses and have fun and meet people. I mean, one of the things, a lot of you are from places that we've actually been, and it's just, it'd be great to meet and talk to some of you in person. It would be awesome, because, you know, this one-way thing is kind of awkward sometimes.
This is awkward. Well, in conclusion. First of all, I want to acknowledge today is I like to call it Elvis's second birthday. His birthday where he was born into heaven, because obviously he went to heaven. But no, this is the Elvis died, 1977, August 16th. This is Elvis Day. That's why I posted the Elvis video.
Oh.
'Cause I didn't want to do a big smarmy, trying to make it about me. It's just about Elvis, so I posted an Elvis video. People who know, they know. But I love Elvis. I'm a big fan of Elvis.
He has a life-size Elvis cutout looking at us right over there.
I have two of them, actually.
He has young Elvis and he has old Elvis.
And I have several Elvis albums who a very good friend of mine started purchasing for me.
Yes.
Yeah, our friend Corey. Hello, Corey Ash. Yes. My good friend. He wanted to buy me something for my birthday, and he couldn't figure out what to buy me, and then he realized Elvis. Anything Elvis. I'm happy with anything Elvis. So.
That's what the children learned very quickly. Anything that had to do with Elvis was going to be a winner in Dad's book.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Elvis. And also a big supporter of Save the Children or Save Our Children. If you guys please look into that and support that. In fact, I might do
Operation Underground Railroad.
Operation Underground Railroad, one of the most incredible. If you haven't, you ought to check that out. If you're sitting around bored, look under Operation Underground Railroad. It's a current thing. If you don't know this, that there are more people involved in slavery right now than have ever been in any point in time in history, and it's going on right now. And people are trying to end it, and we of course want to end it. In fact, I might dedicate a fair amount of the money, do the comedy show, and share the money with the Underground Railroad, because I love what they do.
Yeah, you do a great
Tim
job.
Ballard, an amazing individual.
Yes.
But yeah, so this week we'll be doing more videos. Leonard McCrunsky, of course, will continue his 12-step program, Overcoming Stupidity, is in the works, as well as more and interesting stuff. So keep in touch.
Yep.
You got suggestions, comments, questions, ideas? Send them through us, please.
If you want to see more, if you want to see less, if you don't, if you're.
Well, if you want to see less, you can just ignore it. You can
Yeah,
just put
this
us
is
on
true.
snooze.
This is true. This
You
is
can
true.
do
Never
that.
mind. If you want to see more, let us know.
But if you want to, remember the secret to happiness, as revealed here today from my mother, the secret to happiness is me in your life.
Absolutely, it's
More
worked for
for
me.
More
And
than
28 years. Well, 30 actually that we've known each other almost.
had a couple years where I tried to convince her that it wasn't a good idea, but she didn't buy into it, so we ended up getting married.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean so yeah, oh, your mom managed to make it out and say hi.
There is. She's Colleen Norman. That's my mother. If you want to drop a message, say hi to my mom. She would be delighted to have that.
Okay. So yeah, if you have any ideas, things you want to hear us talk about, just said if you want to see more, let us know. And of course, the obligatory like and share. Get the word out there.
Get the word out there. Go to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I have posting more and more stuff on YouTube.
Be part of the Facebook group, the fan club. I run the fan club, and so that's why I get to be on the videos. So people can figure out who I am. Yes. And so yeah, if there's something you want to see or you want to see more of, then I said, if you want Rodney to give you a shout out for birthday or other thing, absolutely contact us. We'll be happy to do something.
Yeah, I've done anniversaries. If you want to, I do Zoom shows. So if you want to do bring me in on your company, I can get requests for this to come in on somebody's company.
Company
Zoom
morning meeting.
I can I can come as myself or come as Leonard. As your new introduce Leonard as your new
if you
CEO.
Need a conference where you need a great motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker, yes.
Yes.
Leonard Brokrunsky has a full 45-minute motivational speech.
Yes.
That you would be which I might actually make available to the masses.
Yes.
Someday. So, and that's the idea behind Leonard, is that he's he's the super ultimate master motivator.
Yes.
And will bring joy and happiness to everyone. You will be motivated. You spend an hour with Leonard McCrunsky and you'll walk away feeling a lot better about who you are.
Who you are.
That is the goal of Leonard.
Yes.
So.
All right. Well, I think we're right at about our hour. So.
And I got to commend David Kmart Kramer. I think he's excited about this. I think I'm going to go with this. Is that Rodneyaks? I like the name Rodneyaks. Thank you, David.
Yes.
So anyway, yes, we're coming to you live. More and more, we're going to be doing live shows. Hopefully come to you in person.
Cool.
coming to you in person more and more as things open up more and more. And you can help make that happen. Like I said, contact your local comedy club. Or if you have a venue that we could do a show at, we can certainly work something out. But you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. We love you.
Good night.
And we return you now to your previously scheduled life.
Yes.